Good afternoon, and what is a warm, bright, and sunny day. It is Monday, the 16th of September, and I'm in the reading nook with a nice cup of tea and a box to continue unboxing. And what I've got here is Longwinter, The Visitor's Book by Luka Rejec. It's published by Exalted Funeral, and it's a gentle visitor. Be welcome to our beautiful valley. Enjoy the bounties of our nature, fruits of industry, and kindly competence of our government. Please do not be put off by the ill omens. Home truths, home mountains. A cozy role-playing game of high mountains and deep problems. So it's got rather fetchingly, sort of like strikingly blue and white cover with the sky contrasting against the snow. Credits page. And then there's no real there's no contents page. We're straight into the game, and essentially explanation of the setting. Winters are long and beautiful in the high valleys of Brazil. Brazil is a two-book role RPG sandbox of a mountainous winter country on the cusp between the old and the new, and the edge of modernity, the stepping stone to a new age. New mines and industry are opened. Light breaks the gloom of ancient ruins. Change comes to sweep away the cobwebs of history, but cobwebs do not go easily into the dust. This book contains common knowledge and mechanics for all the players, heroes, and referees. The referee's book contains tools for running Longwinter at the table. The setting is profoundly close to that of Witchburner. And I'd say, for the start, nice, clean, clear layout, and the artwork is excellent. And here we actually have the contents page. That was obviously an introduction. Didn't say it was an introduction, though. And then we are into the first section, which is Fourth Wall Fracture. Longwinter is not a setting of canon. It glides uneasily between unreliable, if earnest narrative and outright satire. Characters and even tables casually contradict one another. Distance is a given. There's no one right way to imagine or play it. You and your friends at the gaming table will take this world, run with it, reinvent it, recreate it, and quite possibly break it, and that is good. And that's dated 2019, so this is actually, I say 2019, so that's only 5 years ago, 4.5, but it means it's sort of like a slightly older game. But essentially, we start off with tables opposite a picture of a snow ape. Why are you here? And then we have an overview of a city, basically through like a pass or route through the hills, and then we've got sitting there, and essentially there is a bus. So this has a distinctly, even from the artwork, has a European feel to it, a perhaps Middle European feel to it, and one that is sort of like early to mid 20th century. So welcome to the barony of Brazil, and essentially taking you through the steps of particularly the government connected to it, deciding perhaps what they are, and then options for what it was like in older times and even oldest times, before looking at government, including there's the Baron himself, his vizier, the mayors, the federal faith, the baronial faith, so on. So these are nicely got little headlines underneath them. So essentially, the barony, the baron, democratic autocracy. The vizier, federal representative, and so on. The mayors, bourgeois plutocrats. The federal faith, organised witchery. The baronial faith, disorganised witchery. And the baronials have got good folk and citizens, old settlers, and so on. You get the idea of, you are sort of like in partly sort of creating aspects of this setting, drawing it from the background and the tables. And then we look at economy and society, essentially looking at its mining, lumber, where it gets its water from, wool, manufacturing, and so on. And then we have powerful few and the powerless multitudes and options for their stories. their culture and faith. So basically the three spirits and the human is part of their faith, polite address is part of the culture, and then we have local colour such as bonfire beds, buckwheat brick, and the like. And then looking at the three towns which dominate the valley and the barony. Again, fantastic artwork. And then the surrounding 8 villages are created in turn. And moving to the surrounding forests and mountains. Rivers and lakes. So this is almost like basically this is a gazetteer of the region, one that both the referee, game master, and her players can consult. And then we have a nice full page. Hungry bears have been known to disrupt holiday makers' plans. Oh, Mabel. And then game rules. So back to the game. We've got a setting recap and how time and distance are handled in the game, and space in terms of paths and actually just paths. Just looking at paths. So yeah, we have encounters. So we've not got anything really about what and who you play. Terrain and weather, and mishaps that may come about because of encounters. Survival and inventory. So this is sort of like part of what you're going to need to play. Rest and recovery. And of course, dealing with the cold, dealing with the bad weather that besets the valley every year. And here we have an inventory sheet, essentially, for sorting out where you're carrying things and how readily to hand they are. Barony buy and sell some of the goods on sale. And a sporting supplement, hunting in Brezim. So notes there on guns and weapons that are going to be available, and they're going to be sort of fairly easy to find, I would have thought. And you could be here, interested in gentle travel, keen to reach all new audiences. Contact the editors of the Gentle Visitors Guys at Zuluman Publishing House. Gives an address. And we've got a story here, Crossing, which captures the flavour of the setting. An appendix covers the music of Longwinter. And here we have another shot. Essentially, Vedic and Ivan Greencorner discovered the children's cave. And then we have the comes to an end. And essentially says it ends here. This page intentionally left blank per Chapter 3, Article 4 of the Federal Writers Bureau Accommodation of Paper Manufacturers. It's a nice touch. But it says visitors book. And yes, that's what it is. It's the impression here is Oh, hold on a minute. Is this a player's book or not the player's book? No, it's really the guide to the setting itself. Um, that essentially someone uh, in the setting itself might pick up. I that is, um, at, um, so we come back to, you could be here. Contact the editors of the Gentle Visitors Guides, and this is essentially a Gentle Visitors Guide to the Brezine Valley, Longwinter, the source book, with no real game stats in there, just descriptions and tables and so on for creating content. Which means if you wanted to, you could take this and drop this into any role playing game you wanted to use your preferred, set of mechanics or and so on. Um, so a little odd, I think, upon first glance. You think it's actually really going to be about the players and their characters, and it's not. But anyway, that is the Long Winter Visitor's Guide by Luka Rejec, published by Exalted Funeral. Let's see if I've got anybody. Yeah. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box containing a book or game, or in this case, it's sort of like a role-playing supplement, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.